Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I thought we'd do something different. Today we are going to do a ranking of every class of Plants vs Zombies. Now, not every type of every character in the game. That's getting saved for another video later on down the road. Right now I'm going to do classes. So that means Imp class, Super Brains class, not ranking them by their alternates. I'm ranking them by how well the character plays, how good the character plays. So yeah, if you, this is my opinion. If you guys have a total opposite opinion on this, let me know in the comments what your favorite class is, and maybe rank them. See what you like. So make sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get to the first class. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I think 16 classes in total, with 121 characters in total, but 16 classes. So we're doing the classics first, and then next time I will rank the characters. So anyways, let's get on to the worst character in this, or worst class in this game. Okay, sue me, whatever you want. I think the whole Rose class is the worst class in this game. I can give you total amount of reasons. 1, her power-ups trash. The only good thing that her power-up has is the Gotify, which, yes, it gives you a minor boost, but by the time that you Gotify them, they only have like 5 or 10 seconds of Gotify. They can run, the goats, they can run out fast. So if they run out and they're like Toxic Brains and they come back, or say if they're like a freaking engineer or something, yeah, you're gonna get demolished. But if they're an imp or something without mech right that time, then yeah, pretty solid character. Solid character with the imp mech too, but anything else could just counter it. Sure, yeah, people, oh, yeah, what about Necroses? Necroses are pretty good, huh? They're just terrible. Okay, Necros I can make an exception for, and Party Rose I can make an exception for. They're both okay. If I had to go out of my way, if I had like no other plant to level up, I would have to play Rose. The only Rose that I prestige, Party Rose. So I don't play I don't play Roses in general, but they are terrible. Don't like them. The stupid power-ups. Now let me get to the primary fire for them. Their primary fire is like freaking, it's freaking the Grouge from freaking Black Ops 3. Shoots a little bit slower depending on what Rose you play, and it does a lot. It barely does any damage to begin with. Oh, what about the Roses that you can charge up their shots? Shut up, their charge shots suck. If you play Frost Rose or like freaking Ice Rose, if you play Ice Rose, Fire Rose, then what are you doing? There's like millions of other characters, and I feel bad for new freaking players of this game because they have to deal with them getting garbage characters. And then when they get the garbage characters, they say, oh, I'll just play them. And then they have to play a Rose. A freaking Ice Rose. Which sucks for them. But this is why freaking Rose is at number 16 for the worst class. Alright, let's move to number 15. Now, number 15 is Cactus. Now, you guys might be wondering, why Cactus? Pretty solid class, right? Well, base set kind of trash once you see its base set. So Cactus has its 3 main perks. It's powers. It's walnuts, it's garlic drone, and it's mines. Now mines, pretty good, solid, good in garden ops and stuff. Multiplayer, not a lot of people get tricked by them, but I can see a foot soldier or a super brains accidentally landing on them, and then you're getting a free kill right there. if they're low enough though. Let's talk about the next one. Tall nuts. Nobody uses them. They're terrible. So you want a World War II like sandbag in front of your face, but it's not covering your face, so you're not getting the amount of protection that you would want. So yeah, it's trash. And don't get me started. Don't get me started on freaking the iron and gold. Why would you want the iron? Why would you just want iron version? Sure, guard drone. It's good. It's solid. But why would you just sit there for a whole cooldown? Use the guard drone just to get it broken and wait for another cooldown. It's just pointless. Sure, yeah. There's other types of cactuses. It's like jade, future, friggin' the sniper one. I don't remember the name of it. And petrified cactus, which not bad on its own, but again, I haven't had one singular person, not even me, say the cactus is one of the best classes in the game. Just not one person said, oh, cactus is one of the best classes in the game, and I know it. No, it's good, but just the different types of cactuses. The abilities are a little bit garbage. Oh yeah, if you want to talk about the mini mines that cactus can get, don't even get me started on them. They suck. Anyways, moving on to number 14. Number 14 is gonna go to Captain Deadbeard, also the pirate. Now, what makes him a bad character? Okay, his barrel almost one-shots anything, and if not one-shot, almost kills the citron, which you might get the free kill afterwards because of his spread shot. But his parrot is just like his drum, so it's gonna have a long cooldown. Sure, maybe it's worth it, but if it breaks, what are you gonna do? Sit across the map and wait for it to recharge? You would just rather fight just regular. And don't get me started on the cannon. It sucks. It does like 20 damage per hit, and if you're lucky enough, 30 damage per headshot, which might seem good on paper. But if you get 5 shots, which you do, for a freaking cannonball shot, which half the time you won't hit your headshots, do you think that's worth it? So, base primary, it's okay, decent. The sniper shot, it's probably the best thing to use on him. Scatter shot, only certain situations, only certain types of him would use it, but also although decent, okay, just ungodly, man. His 2 power-ups are just straight trash. His upgraded, which I'm not gonna rank them by his upgraded things that he could use, but his upgraded things just are terrible and like the worst. So I have nothing else really to say about Captain Deadbeard, so we'll move on to the next one, I guess. Number 13, I'm gonna give it the Hover Goat. Yeah, Hover Goat might be very confusing to some. You might be saying, Hover Goat's a pretty good character. He's pretty mid, he's pretty trash. Well, I think I'm leaning towards the people that say, hey, he's mid. He's okay, his laser is good, his speed buff is good. It's just his laser, it's like a scientist beam. Do you really think that people like scientist players would spend their time beaming? Some would, some don't. Some completely just utterly forget about that upgrade. But if you're a type of scientist that are called beamers, which means scientists would stick their beams onto anybody and keep it for the rest of the game, then Haruka is one of your guys. His primary, it's mid, decent, it's okay. Now the reason why I'm putting him 13 is he doesn't have an alternate class. I mean, well, not class, but alternate characters. That's because he's a legendary or a special. where you can only get him through Trials of Nomus, which means he's not gonna have another alternate skin. Well, if you're adding like cosmetic skins, but they just don't have alternate versions of them. Now, as you'll see later, Torchwood, on the other hand, has something that's pretty that it doesn't have. He doesn't have an alternate ego, but he's still pretty good on the other hand. So, but I'll get into him later on. I won't get into him now and say what I have to say for him. I'll save it for when he pops up. But right now, I'm going to head on to number 12. Number 12, Citron. Now, you might be wondering, why'd you put Citron? Citron's good. Citron's literally my favorite class. Shut. It's my own opinion. So why I put 12 Citron is his primary, decently good, but you know, hit or miss sometimes. It's just like All-Star's primary. If it overheats, you're pretty much done for if you're in a group. But if you kill a person and your thing overheats and there's nobody else around you, I say that's a dub. But his primary, it's a hit or miss, like I said. So let's get to his abilities. He has his roll, which come with two elder abilities. So his roll, it's something to like say, okay, I'm like 50 HP or 100 HP, and I lost a lot of HP during a fight, and he's not even that close to low. I need to get out of there. It's not something that I would say, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to stay in this the whole game and then just camp it. That's not me. I'm not a baller. I don't sit in my ball the whole game and then just try and get kills in there. No, that's not how it's supposed to play, and I 100% know that the devs did not intend that either. So, also, we got his shield, which, it's a shield. It's terrible. Any shield in this game, except another shield that I'll talk about later, it's not worth using. Sure, if you're like, say, 50 HP, the guy does at least 20 HP per hit, and he's like 20 HP left. You can pop the shield, confirm the kill, and can survive it. So that's the only reasonable thing I see. And then we got the EMP. Top tier thing in my opinion for Citron. Can stun anything. Confirm you a free kill, basically. Like the top tier ability. And I haven't talked about his two extra abilities for roll. It's just a faster version of roll, just in case, like, say, a super range or a scientist uses teleport. They can teleport it and they can get to you faster. You can use that faster version of roll, but it won't last that long. It's pretty decent. But sometimes you wouldn't need it. Paired with the second ability for roll, the tackle of roll, does less damage than a regular all-star tackle, I believe. I'm not too sure, but I believe. So, pretty okay. If you compare it with both of them, you can get a very far distance when dashing, which I'm saying it's okay. So, but that's why I really put him in this tier. It's like, he's a mid. He's in there. You can be good. Sometimes you cannot just be worth playing. I heard, I believe, one person say this Citron is like one of my top tier classes. So, but really, it's not worth to me. So, anyways, let's move on to the next one. At number 11, we got Chomper. Now, why I put Chomper here is Chomper's basic attack is to chomp, of course, and well, his abilities are like top tier for him. Goop stuns the enemy. Super sticky, doesn't let them move, which of course I can't be ranked super sticky because it's an extra upgrade that you can get, so I had to go based off by the regular traits. So regular Goop, it's pretty good. You can almost secure yourself a kill if you pair it with like spike weed, but sometimes you don't need spike weed. You're able to be fast enough, get up close and personal, and secure the kill. Burrow is also another thing that secures you a kill, unless like you're low health. Same thing with Goop. If you're low health, and it's actually same thing with spike weed. If you're low health with all of those, and you're not gonna be able to get confirm the kill, then you ain't gonna confirm the kill. You're gonna die before you get that kill. So, and then special attack is that you can go behind an enemy and eat him from behind. So say like there's a guy camping in a corner that Chomper's able to get to. He can go over to him, eat him from behind, grab him from behind, eat him, and then get the free kill without actually getting killed or having at least one piece of health grades, unless it's a guy like me. So not bad, but here's where things come a problem for Chomper. Like everybody says, Chomper's like it's like a trade-off kill. You get one kill, Chomper gets killed by a person, and they get the kill. So it's an even trade. So, but you're not getting your KD mostly for Chomper players is 1, because they will get 1 kill, 1 death each time, unless they're like terrible at Chomper. They'll get lower than 1 KD. They'll get a little less than death, but yeah, I can see that with Chomper. Like if you want to get up close and personal, play Chomper, but it's a mid character. It's an if you're able to get up to the person in time without dying or having low health, then you're gonna secure the kill. So yeah, use kind of science method here, but still, whatever, it's fine. Anyways, let's move on to number 10. This is where it's starting to get pretty good, and these characters are actually gonna be very good. And when it's number 5. That's when those are like the top 5 characters, the best characters class of the game. So let's move on to number 10, the good characters. Number 10, starting off with the good characters, is Imp. Simple character, really good character, low health, fast fire rate guns, and really, really good upgrades. So the first upgrade we got is the the grenade. The grenade, it almost secures you to win, basically, for each fight. Second upgrade is Inkata. If a character has low health, then yeah, it's almost a secured kill. But if a person's not low health, then you're basically just using that upgrade to just kill yourself. So yeah. And then the final upgrade, which is basically the main plus for Imp, is you get his mech, which has I think 500 health, more health I think than definitely more health than Super Brain itself. A mech that is known to cause, I believe, a 20 bomb, getting a person, I believe. Don't correct me on this, but I think I saw a person get 20 bomb and them getting a Vanquish Master because of that 20 bomb. So saved people getting 20 bombs for here and there. And the mech comes with 2 extra ability. Now depending on what imp you're playing, I'm going to be only ranking the default, or if you want to count party without party time. So he has Stomp. And then he has Stomp, and I'm having a freaking brain fart right now. Hold on, what is it called? Yes, Stomp. He has Eject, where you could just get out of the mech before it dies, and everything too, I know that. And he has something else, I don't remember, but I remember him being Stomp, and then I'm trying to think this. I'm trying to think of it. Whatever it is, put in the comments. I completely forgot about it, but I know Imp's powers for mech is insanely good. Stomp, here and there, yes, it could be good, but here and there, it's not the most ideal thing you want to do. When your enemy is really high health, something necessarily you want to do when either you're fighting like a group of weeds or your opponent is really low, like in the tens of HP or like 30, so you can get them closer to death. So yeah, that's really for Imp. His primary is just a rapid fire, depending on what Imp you're talking about, but we're talking about default here. His primary, very good for a character with 75 health. So yeah, that's Imp. If anybody remembers that second upgrade other than Stomp and Eject that was in part of the mech, let me know in the comments. I don't remember it. So, but I remember both of them are pretty good. So yeah. All right. So let's hit on number 9. Number 9, we got Engineer. Simple, pretty good. He doesn't have the fast fire rate, but boy does he do a lot of damage for head shots. His main free abilities include Jackhammer, Sonic Boom, which is his basics like megaphone, the stun, and I'll get to that why that's like one of the best things he has, and it's not his Bolt Blast. Bolt Blast, it's a pretty solid thing. It's a machine gun that can counter Chomper eats, where if you didn't know, Chomper can easily one shot you if you're not paying attention that quite quickly, just like in the video that I'm showing you right now. I had multiple times where I got killed by Chomper and I had no clue of why or how. But so the Bolt Blast, it's basically like I think 200 or 150 bullets, and it does at least I think 15 damage for body and 20 damage for head. It can wipe out like a whole like 4 plants, maybe more at a part of the game. So pretty solid. We got Sonic Boom or his megaphone. One of the top tier things to get a Chomper out of its burrow, or just easily get a free kill on a Chomper and basically counter Chomper the whole entire game. Top tier thing. There's really no more to be explained about Chomper. Why I top tier. So yeah. Now, this is why I think. Well, no, I didn't say the Sonic Boom. It's good, but this is why Jackhammer is good. Not only are you getting a fast push against the enemy, like you're getting faster. Say you're playing Turf Takeover and you want to get to the checkpoint fast, so you can get some kills. You can put pressure on the plants for the capture point at the start. You can use your Jackhammer to get over there faster. Otherwise, you're just one of those guys that camps teleporters. I'm talking about you guys. Yeah. So if you're going for the capture point, you want to quickly get over there and get some pressure in, Jackhammer all the way, and oh no, what is that? Burrowing Chomper. What will I ever do? Well, no worries. Say hi to your good friend's Jackhammer. He will help you all the way. He is like one of the main abilities that saved me, that like multiple games from freaking Chomper deaths. I would pull out Jackhammer, and then there was this, exactly as a Chomper was about to eat me. I got so lucky here and there because of Jackhammer. So, I haven't actually gone through the other things. Engineer, his main, it's solid for a main for a character. Sure, slow fire rate, but mix it up with like the overall damage. 20, maybe 30 damage for the head for each shot. And if you have an elemental, which I ain't gonna count obviously for reasons, but if you have like an elemental, say like the Pyro Engineer, or whatever his name is, it's fire one, the whatever it is, he would do extra damage with his fire overtime, and if you die, you can get the from the grave kill with that if you're lucky enough. So overall, great character to use, and yeah, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't use him. I never had people say that the chart engineer was one of my favorite classes, but to be honest, he's pretty good. And if you guys say otherwise, then I don't understand. If you like, okay, let's be honest here. If you would say Rose is your favorite class, then I would think you're crazy. But if you say engineer's your favorite class, then, well, you're just speaking something that's facts, basically. So, but overall, engineer, great character to use, has great abilities, and yeah, just good all in general. So, all right, let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is going to be All-Star. Now, the reason why I'm putting All-Star on here is, well, mainly because of his fast fire rate. His basic damage is pretty good, and his abilities. Okay, so let's start off with the weakest ability. Dummy Shield really ain't gonna help. Sure, if you're in Guardian Ops and everything, then yeah, it distracts the enemy for a while. But if say you're fighting a freaking a Torchwood or something, it's gonna destroy it instantly. So there's really no point of using it. For online though, multiplayer, nobody's gonna care about it. They're just gonna go walk past it and say, "Oh, look at that! It's a little dummy shield," and they're just gonna walk past it. They don't care about it unless it's blocking something, which that could help there, here, and there if they added a reinforced one. But yeah, there's no point. Oh, and by the way, all of you guys that use the freaking cardboard versions, you guys are just wasting a spot. There's no point to use it. It's terrible. Anyways, we'll move on to his second ability, Tackle. His Tackle, it pushes back an enemy while doing pretty decent damage. So before I talk about that more, I'm gonna go move into the next one, which is Imp Punt. Does a lot of damage, but sometimes won't kill enemies, just like Citron, and here and there probably maybe Torchwood as well. So what you want to do is you want to throw your Imp Punt and Tackle as well. That will do some damage to the Torchwood and Citron, but the Imp Punt either will for sure kill it depending on their health, or almost kill it to the point where you're gonna secure almost the kill unless you are bad at aiming. Primary for Football Zombie or All-Star, it's pretty good. Well, I wouldn't say pretty, but pretty decently good. Not pretty, but pretty decently good. It's fast fire rate that is, I believe, 20 per hit for the head, and it's 15 per body, which is actually very decent for a character like that. Walks, and the only thing that's bad about it, which is walking slow, which I don't have a problem with any of the characters walking slow, at all. But that might just be me. So yeah. Anyways, I don't really have anything more to say for All-Star. All-Star's a very good character. Anyways, let's move on to number 8.